This is my 94 Silverado. I'm going to show how to, or I guess tips that I've learned from taking apart the interior on them. It's the same from 88 to 95. I have an extended cab, so I'll give you tips on how to take a headliner out. I also did speakers, so I took more plastic out than really necessary, but so first thing I would do, so you got to take all these, like the little coat hangers, there's a grab handle, and then your sun baggers. Take those out, and then you're going to want to take these off. I didn't take them all the way off because I just didn't see a point in it. So you want to pop right at, like, straight down, otherwise you'll break them. Take a pry, anything to pry. I use an interior little, I don't have it out, but interior things. I just pop down, which cabs, you have like a place to know where. And then it kind of just popped out on the side when I did that. Then what you're gonna want to do, so there's a plastic up here. These wires should be taped on. I ripped the tape off because it was drooping and I would like to do it a little differently. But this plastic, so it's gonna have clip here, clip here, clip here. So one right there on your back glass, right there on your back glass, right there on the back glass. And then there's gonna be clips in the back too. So what I did was, so this will come out like right here, right? So I'll take my hand and I'll push down on it. You'll hear pop, pop, pop. I have a sliding back glass, which made it a lot easier. But if you don't, you could kind of get a pry bar or something that's angled a bit and just start popping down. And then I'd reach my arm in, pop it down more. And I bent it down, and there will be tabs that slide in these big plastics that'll come down. I'll show it when I have them in, or like I could just show the plastic. I'll show the plastics themselves, but when I get the interior back in, I'll show you a little bit better. And then this piece. So this piece was kind of a pain to get off, I thought, because it comes out here. But there's your tab spots. There, and then you have your bottom ones. So I actually broke a few of the plastics, and I'll show you what to do when you do that. So I just kept popping down, and then these have to come up. So once this is kind of loose, you kind of just grab your plastic and just keep pulling it up. But I did break some clips, and I'll show you what I did to fix them. Another thing you're gonna want to do, so there's the right there, but your ashtrays. So the ashtray themselves that'll sit, the lid pops up, grab them by this little metal piece, pull them out. And then you'll have these two screws, Phillips. Take those out, and that'll take this armrest off. Then these two screws, which I just have threaded in so I don't lose them. That'll pop out, and that'll be loose. I took this out. I only needed it out on this side because I had to get to these wires. I rewired the speakers because I wanted better than like decent aftermarket ones. My wiring was shot, so I just rewired straight to the stereo. If you want to see how I did that, I could do a video on that if you want. But anyways, so you have these all popped off. There's a screw in here too if you really want to get this loose, which might help. I don't think it really mattered, to be honest. I took it out, and it helps it move around a little bit more. Oh, and I forgot the big thing. You have to take the seat out. It's just 2 bolts right in here. I flipped it up towards the back to get, and then there's little covers too that go on that. There's a little hole that I'll show that pop out, and you could, they just come right off. They're really easy. And to get the big plastics off, so what I did was, so you start here. I just started popping back here. Then I went up here, started popping back there, reached my arm in, kept popping like in here and these and whatnot. And then they came out very easily, I thought. These clips did not. only on this side. I personally, I just cut them. I didn't want to, you can see I kind of started bending it. I messed up in the get-go. When you're taking these clips out, any of them, make sure they're not bent up, you know? Otherwise, if you catch it early enough, you could get needle nose, reach in, crimp them down in the inside a little bit. I messed up on these, so I cut them. They just fell out in here, so I grabbed them. They're actually right there. I cut them with side cutters. And I grabbed other clips, and I'm going to put them on like that. But, yeah, it's actually not that bad to get the interior out. The headliner, once you get these plastics off, it just falls down. I mean, you have to take this off, but that's kind of common sense. It's 2 screws. It just falls out. Then there's Velcro up there, which helps it hold it up, and it makes it a lot easier, I thought, because it doesn't just fall on your head. It kind of will dangle, sit on your seat rest. And when I was taking it out, so your headliner really ends probably here. It doesn't go all the way out where the plastic will cover right about there, and it probably goes, it realistically probably goes right to this here. And that makes it a lot easier. I pulled it back towards this back window, and then what you do, bring one of your seat. I did passenger because steering wheel wouldn't be in the way. I folded it down and then wedged it down and back, by the way. Just a little down. I didn't put it all the way. It was just leaned like a little further back than that. And it's, I think, all the way far back now. And I just shoved it down in there. You could bend it because it's fiberglass. Just right out the door. It was really easy to do. And I can show what I did for the headliner and all the things on Amazon. I'll put my Amazon descriptions and whatnot down there. So for broken clips, see, I'll show you. I think I broke a clip on this one, maybe not. No, I did not. Well, either way, I used this Permatex glue, which is from O'Reilly's. It was like $5. It was really cheap, and it works really good. See, you want to get that fast driving because you don't want to sit there all day holding it. I was able to just hold it for a couple seconds and it would stick. So that's a clip I did break, and as you can see, it obviously this metal wasn't there when I glued it, but it glued on really easy. And to get the clips on, to make it a lot easier on you so you don't break more, take a flathead screwdriver when they're off and pry them up. Get it inside there, pry up on all of them. I did all 4 sides. You probably only have to shove it in once and do it, but for peace of mind, I did it on each corner, and that makes it easier to go on. And I mean, they're still solid on there. It's not like it's falling off. And so this is that bottom plastic I was saying. This isn't the one all the way at the top on the roof. This one behind the back seat. Those are your clips. I haven't seen any videos where they show you the clips, and I think if I would have saw that would have made it a lot easier. There's a lady who does a really good demonstration, and I'll put her link in the description. This is that top plastic. I broke all these. I have all the plastic. They don't stick on that well. Like this one, I'm gonna try not to use it because I mean these hold it in. I have these holding it in. If it doesn't stay, I'll fix it, but I mean, I'm gonna try to get it away with it. When you take everything out, this table is really dirty, and I've been using it for a lot. That's all paint, not grease, by the way. But I put everything in, left the hardware, so I didn't lose nothing. Everybody says how hard it is to do these. I thought it wasn't easy, but it wasn't that bad. I would do it again. The hardest part for me, so I didn't have wiring for these speakers. What? It was all junk. This is, so there's this is my speaker wire. I would like to clean up more, and I want it to stick down, and I'm trying to reach for it. So one of these wiring strands, I think I have the wrong one. So you have one for that light and the cargo light, one for your speakers. Doesn't really matter which one, but they all run down through here. I didn't take this off to do it. I just kind of slid them back through. But to take this off is a pain in the ass because it goes all the way through your floor. I don't know if you can see, but it goes all the way through your floor. And they Phillips heads, I just drilled them out and destroyed the heads, and I actually cracked plastic there doing it. But I got this off. This is held on, this kick plate is held on by 3 clips. I took it off just to run wires up, but this holds on really easy. It just pop it off here, and back here there's a clip that you want to really make sure you get in there to pop it off, otherwise you will probably break that. I would do all your plastics in over 70 degrees because they are very fragile. Here's those armrests I was talking about. See these ashtrays? I meant grab them at this metal, they just pop right out. And you'll have 2 screws underneath there, like I was saying, and this just falls right off basically. And these are the seat belt pieces I was talking about. See these? You grab a screwdriver, just pop these out. Mine are kind of wallered out because I did do that already. But yeah, keep all your hardware together. These are those little storage containers. But yeah, if you're doing this and you need like more of a in detail, I can do that. I'll show the headliner. So this is the this is my headliner. Like I said, it doesn't go all the way back to the window. I mean, I don't know length. I wish I had a tape measure, but there's my, like, I mean, it's not as big as you think it is. It fit through the door pretty good. I got this off Amazon. I had a little bit extra too, and this is probably the perfect size though. I don't know if I'd want to do any smaller because there's more room for any air. I messed up these sides because I tucked it and I just cut it really goofy, and I probably should have watched like a video or something how to do it, but I didn't. I just kind of thought, how hard could it be? And it really wasn't hard. I mean, I would do it again. I think it turned out well. But what I would do is I took my suede, this material, put it on first and flattened it out, which you don't really have to flatten it out, but you don't want any like wrinkles at the ends hanging off. You want it to lay flat on here and stay on. Like, pat it down, but it doesn't have to be perfect yet. And then I took it, flipped it over so you had half, and let's say it ended here. I would glue here, pat it down, like roll it over, pat it down, make sure it was smooth, and just keep doing that. And then I let the extra just hang off, just leave it for now. Then I did the same thing on this side. Really make sure you get in these grooves. I mean, there ain't much in these like that you have to watch out for. I mean, that's the only real groove in this thing except for this bump. So really make sure you get in those grooves. Same with these, where it comes up. Then for holes, I just cut a simple hole. I figured I would just tuck it, you know, put my visors in. Didn't want to overcomplicate it. See, this is a wrinkle I did have, which the visor will hide. I'm not too mad about it, but I really didn't. I didn't cut the hole for this. I plan to just do like an X and just tuck it. But I'll put everything in the description. The 3M. This stuff works really well. It stuck. I mean, it says 60-minute dry time. Within minutes, you couldn't take this back off. I mean, it wasn't dry, but you know, it very good stuff. For cutting, make sure you have a decent blade. I normally carry a box cutter as like my knife because I can replace the blades. Make sure you have a decent blade. I replaced mine before I did it because if this was dull, this whole thing would have sucked. I would recommend using a razor blade or just a sharp knife in general. But yeah. All right, so a lot of these clips will break, so I took this Permatex glue, got it at O'Reilly's. Just start gluing these clips on. Same with these piece plastics. This one wasn't glued. This one was. See, I glued it on, put the clip back over, obviously, once it dried. This one, it's pretty strong. I mean, I could put these clips on. I took a screwdriver, just a flat screwdriver, and pry it up on these, pry these apart. Same with these, pry, so that way it's easier to go on, less risk of breaking, since that is just glued on. And so this is the back of the back panels with the windows. I didn't actually break any of these clips, but if you did, I said that Permatex glue, and this is a good one to use. And you could just glue it in, and it's fast drying, but make sure you do pry these apart, because otherwise they sit really close together. You'll probably break plastic, or it'll just make your time harder, and you might actually crack this whole plastic piece, and you'd have a harder time gluing that together. So just pry them apart. I mean, it's not like it's holding weight, so these clips are just kind of keeping it there, and so it doesn't matter that much.